the best times or the best month to invest in the stock market throughout the year. Some of you all think you know, some of you all actually know. But if you want to hear our opinion on it, this is our opinion. Our
Well, now
opinion
it's also facts. We're also
is
going to present some facts, some actual data behind it. So yes.
yes, we'll put some data behind it. But I always try to err on the side of caution. But yes, Leon is true. We're talking from a data factual stance. So stick around while I do some housekeeping. Leon's going to tell you why we chose this topic.
Yeah. So as Brent said, we're going to talk about the best months historically to invest in the stock market. And like I said, a lot of times Brent said, a lot of times we give and we like to give disclaimers. We're big on that. Because we don't, a lot of times what we're saying is our opinion. We have no idea what's going to happen. And so what we're referencing here is historical data. So it's actual factual data. We're not saying what we're about to present doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future, but we're actually presenting data from, let me get the dates. So from 2013 through this year, this information is relevant for. And so what's happening right now is the market is, we've had a great year so far. The general market is up about S&P 500 is up about 16 to 18%. After last year being down 20%, and then tech stocks by the Nasdaq is up about closer to 30, I think 25-30%. So it's been a good year, right? But we're now starting to see the markets kind of starting to turn over. We're getting some pullback, and this is actually normal, right? And we're gonna kind of tell you why. So remember, this data is for the year of 2013 through the first half of this year. And so the best times to invest in the market over the last, we'll just say the last decade, the last 10 years, the best months to invest in the market are actually the months of April through July. April through July. And in those 4 months, the three best months out of April through July are April, May, and July. June is kind of the worst of those three, but even June is a good month. And just kind of give you the numbers behind it. So what the data I'm looking at is showing the percentage times during those months over 10 years that the market is up during that 10-year period. So for April, over the last 10 years, April's been up 90% of the time from when the month began to when it ended. 90% of the time it's been up. May, same thing. From where it began in May, when it ended by the end of May, the market was up 90% of the time. Now June, it's only up 70% of the time, which is still a good number, right? You're well above 50%. Yeah. And then July is also up 90%. So that's why I was saying April, May, and July are the best months to invest in the market, historically speaking, from 2013 through the first half of this year. So, and we saw that, right? Like the market was awesome. It's been awesome since January through July. Now we're in August, and we're seeing a bit of a pullback, and this is right on trend, right? So the worst months to invest in the market are right now. August and September are the worst months historically over the past 10 years to invest in the market. So for July, the market is only up 60% of the time for the month of July over the 10 years. In August, the market is only up 60% of the time from beginning to end over that 10-year period. And then for September, it's only up 50% of the time from beginning to end over that 10-year period. So right now we are in the worst time to be. I would say this: to be in the market. I'm going to make the distinction. To be in the market is the worst time. However, it's also the best time to actually buy the market, starting to buy stocks, right? Because I'm a promoter. I know Brent is.
Leon, hold on. Let me dive in just to process what he just said. For those of you all who are listening and were like, "Whoa, what the heck?" If you already have invested right now, you might be feeling the effects of a pullback when you look at your account. Mm-hmm. However, if you are not in the market, you will benefit from the fact that there's a pullback right now. And when you invest, there's a high probability you'll see your stocks begin to grow faster than some of the people might see the recovery from being down. So essentially, that's kind of what we mean. Again, if you're already in the market, you might feel the effects looking at your account. Like, well, why is it this pullback? But if you're investing for the first time, you're coming at a low point, and then so it should benefit you. Now, for those of you all who are in there understand it's an unrealized loss, which means there's been no triggering event to say you've captured or locked in that loss. So it's just a down period in the market. If you're a long-term investor, stay the course. If you don't know why you got into the market, this is when most people panic because they had no strategy, they had no plan, they don't have us to talk to them about their account, and they're looking at it freaking out. The reality is, for most people who are long-term investors, this period is normal. You will weather it. You'll be okay.
Yeah, and as Brent said, like I said, if you're just coming in the market now, great time to buy, because we're at kind of a trough in the market. But also, if you're in the market, right, it's a good time to also buy. Still, if you there's some stocks you've been looking at that have now pulled back because they were flying high before, decent time to buy. If you already own stocks that are that have also pulled back, again, you're in the market, maybe you want to add to those positions. So it's just a great time to buy. Historically speaking, again, we're not saying what's going to happen in the future. We're only presenting the data that shows August, September as being the troughs or the biggest drawdown in the market. Historically a good time to buy, and then April through July have been the best times to buy or best times to be in the market because that's when the market really goes up. So now, the reason why I'm saying that right now is a really good time to buy the market because October and November are the second best times for the market during the year. So think about it. If you buy now, right? You buy when you feel like, you feel bad because the market's pulling back, stocks are down. Now's a good time to buy because you'll be buying lower than they likely will be over the next 2 to 3 months. So I'll just give the numbers. So 70% of the time, October is an up month, and then 90% of the time, November is an up month. So again, and remember for August and September, only 60% of times August is an up month, and only 50% of the time is September an up month. So basically what that means is August and September are down months. Good time to buy. You're buying cheaper prices on quality companies. And over the next 2 to 3 months, you should see the market return. We should see the trend return, and the market move higher. Now December, Brent and I are, everyone talks about every year the Santa Claus rally, right? Historically speaking, though, December is based on this date, it's kind of a wishy-washy month, right? It's up, it's down. It's only up 60% of the time. It's only an up month, 60% of the time over the last 10 years, right? But remember, April, May, July are up 90% of the time, or up months 90% of the time. So that shows you how December is kind of like a hit or miss month. We all think about it as, Santa Claus rally, big rally into the end of the year. Yeah, that happens, but sometimes it doesn't, right? It's none of this stuff is guaranteed, but we're just showing that December, which everyone thinks is this big up month, not necessarily the truth over the last 10 years. So again, right now, we're feeling a little pain in the market. The market has pulled back, which again is a good thing because we want to buy cheaper prices. And historically speaking, over the next 2 to 3 months, we should see the market recover. Now, again, we're not guaranteeing anything. We're not saying it will. We have no idea what's going to happen. We're just presenting the historical data. Probabilities say that going forward, we should see a rally into the end of the year.
This is why you should know what you're investing in and why you're investing in your timeline. Without a timeline or understanding your own suitability, or when I say suitability, I mean the way this particular investment or stock, in this case, ETF, whatever it might be, the way this investment fits into your portfolio. If you don't know that, everything makes you panic. Anytime there's a hiccup, anytime there is negative news that comes out, you start to panic because you don't have a plan. You don't have a strategy. And this is why you should be around people who actually have these conversations. Like, these are conversations that we're having inside of Investing Education Academy. And even some members who had left, they started realizing having these conversations is really important to be around, and they've come back. And so, your money is going to really have an effect on your future. And some of these conversations you're listening to us talk about, it feels very immediate. Even though I think almost of most of our lives, we say your timeline should be 3, 5, 10 years out. The effects of being an investor feels immediate. It feels right now. But we promise you all, hopefully we'll still be cranking out good videos in 10 years, and you'll understand the benefits of having stayed the course early on to what's happening 10, or more years, or what's happening to your kids later on in life because you stayed the course in your investment.
Yep. So you good? Oh yeah. So just to recap. Again, we're covering the best months and the worst months to invest in the market over the last 10 years, historically speaking. So just recap: April through July are the best months to invest in the market because that's when the market is really. So you know what? Let me take a step back real quick. Really, what this says, because April through July are the best months when the market is really going up. What that really means is really January through March are the best times to buy stocks, because at that point, you're looking at stocks that are a bit depressed, and April through July is when the market will actually rally. So I should restate that the best times to be in the market are April through July. The best times to invest in the market are really, as we said before, August, September, and then really January through March. And again, this is over a 10-year period. We're not saying it's gonna happen in the future, but it's just kind of a marker to say, if I want to get into the market, and really what this is really saying, the best time to buy is in down markets, right? Because as we know, the market goes bottom left, upper right over time. Over time is the key word, over time. And the best time to buy is in down markets. So right now, August, September being the two of the worst months of the year, from our perspective, is the best time to buy because we're going into one of the best periods for the market, historically speaking, which is October and November. So if you're looking at some things you want to buy, now's the time to possibly do it if it fits your, as Brent said, your suitability in your bank account.
Yeah. So for everybody out there who's thinking, okay, yeah, I get it. I know why I need to be involved in these conversations, and you're looking to find a community to join, we would definitely welcome you to Investing Education Academy. You can go to IEA Now or IEAmembers.com. Either one, it will lead you to us. And really think about, over the next couple months, who are you talking to about investing? Who are you learning more information about the stock market from? It's one thing to hear these. It's another thing to be part of a community talking about it. So we definitely hope, these are helpful for everybody who's listening, but we absolutely would love to welcome any new members into the fold, not just for Leon and I's sake, but the reality is we do this because we want to spread the wealth of information as it relates to the stock market. So contact us if you need more information. If you're looking to kind of further this conversation, become a member. We're happy to have you. But you can also put comments in. We answer your comments as we can. I always say that because Leon and I are very busy. Sometimes we don't have time to immediately get back, but we do our best. And we hope that you appreciate our best. Leon, do you have anything before we sign off?
No, that's it. Don't just mainly right now the market's down a bit. We're still up big for the year, but take advantage of the pullback. Take advantage of the market being down slightly, and again I say slightly. We're only down about 5% from the recent highs that we've made, but we're up. For the year at the most we're up like 18%. Now we're up maybe anywhere from 12 to 15%. So take advantage. Take advantage of the pullback.
Yep. Everybody, thank you for being with us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. We owe you all two, Leon. What I tell you, I appreciate you. And so we owe you all 2 stock picks, which will be listed in our membership platform. And for those of you all, a couple people joined just to see the picks that we've made over the last 3 years, which are all listed in the platform. Some of which we wouldn't have held this long. So let me be clear, but the picks are indicated in there.
Most definitely, yeah. The running list does not mean we've held them. I mean, these are the things we picked in a moment in time. But they're all there. Yeah.
Yep. Everybody. Again, thank you. Look, if you're looking for those stock picks from today, you can find them inside of our membership platform. Have a good day.